Welcome to Sell House Fast for Cash video channel. Please click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our videos. If you could click the like button, that would be great. Can I sell my flat with a short lease to a UK cash buyer? Selling a flat in the UK can be a straightforward process until you factor in a short lease. For many property owners, discovering that their flat has a lease of fewer than 80 years remaining can be alarming. The value of leasehold property is closely tied to the length of the lease, and as the lease length decreases, so does the property's attractiveness to potential buyers and mortgage lenders. But does this mean you can't sell? It doesn't necessarily. Cash buyers may present a viable solution. This article explores the challenges and opportunities of selling a flat with a short lease to a cash buyer in the UK, addressing everything from legalities and market dynamics to strategic advice. Understanding what a short lease means. A short lease typically refers to a lease with less than 80 years remaining. This is a crucial threshold in UK property law. Once a lease drops below 80 years, extending it becomes significantly more expensive due to what's known as marriage value. A longer lease is split between the freeholder and leaseholder, which increases the cost of extension. Even shorter leases, those now 70 or 60 years, are more problematic. Many lenders won't finance properties with short leases, making it difficult for buyers needing a mortgage. Why cash buyers are different. Cash buyers don't rely on the mortgage. This makes them a unique segment of the property market. They can make swift decisions, often closing deals within weeks. Because they are not constrained by lending policies, they may be willing to take on flats with short leases, especially if they plan to renovate and sell at a profit, extend the lease after purchase, rent the property for short-term gain, or hold the asset long-term for capital growth. Legal right to sell. Legally, you can sell your flat regardless of the lease length. There is no restriction under UK property law preventing you from marketing or transferring ownership of a leasehold flat with a short lease. However, the challenges lie in legality, market perception, and buyer accessibility. The impact of a short lease on market value. The shorter the lease, the lower the market value. Potential buyers know they'll face the possibility of a lease extension, and they factor this into their offers. For example, a flat valued at $250,000 with a 90-year lease might drop to $200,000 or less if the lease falls below 60 years. This is due to reduced mortgage eligibility, future lease extension costs, potential resale difficulties, and perceived risk. As such, marketing a flat with a short lease often requires accepting a lower offer, particularly if targeting cash buyers who expect a bargain for the added risk. Who are the cash buyers? Cash buyers may include individual investors, property developers, companies that buy and refurbish flats, retirees with liquid assets, and individuals relocating from abroad. Each buyer type has different motivations, but most will be keenly aware of the implications of a short lease. They're often experienced and may push for steep discounts. Strategies to attract cash buyers. If you decide to target cash buyers, here are some tips to improve your chances. Be transparent. Clearly state the lease length in your marketing. Hiding this detail only leads to wasted time and failed negotiations. Obtain a lease extension quote. You can request a Section 42 notice or obtain an informal estimate of lease extension costs. Sharing this with potential buyers shows preparedness and allows them to factor the cost into their offer. Price realistically. Overpricing a short lease flat deters serious interest. Consider recent comparable sales in your area and be honest about the impact of lease length. Highlight other strengths. If your flat has other advantages, like a great location, recent renovations, or low service charges, emphasize these. Consider selling with the lease extension process started. If you've owned the property for over 2 years, you can start the formal lease extension process and assign the right to the buyer. This makes the property more attractive and reduces the perceived risk.